Hiya, welcome back to my channel. How are you? Have you done any crafting this week? Well, I've done quite a bit, but I'm going to share one with you now. Now, do you remember this frame that I got from Poundland? It was one of the Father's Day items, and I said I was going to do something with it. Well, I am. And I have to be honest, as a frame, I wouldn't use it how it is, because one, I didn't like 1 in a million, even though my dad is, but also, I don't know if you can see, it's not very well made. Yeah, it was only £1, I know, but you'd expect it to be a little bit nicer than that. However, it makes no difference for what I want to do with it. So, what am I going to do? Come on down. Right, so the first thing I want to do is take off this paper layer that's already peeling off anyway. It's got like a plastic film on top and then the paper, so I'm just going to see if I can peel as much off as possible with my fingers. So what I'm going to do now is just take the back off for a second. And then there actually isn't any proper glass in here. All there is, and if I can show you, is a little bit of perspex, but that's fine again. All right, so just going to put these back down for a second, just so I don't catch myself. And then I've got a bit of sandpaper here, which I'm just going to use to help get rid of the rest of it. Right, okay, this isn't going to come off very easily at all. What I have done is made sure that any of the loose bits have come off. I am going to paint this and I'm going to decoupage it, so it's not the end of the world as long as all the loose bits are off, which they are from sanding it. So what I'm going to do now is just give this a coat of white chalk paint, and then I'll show you what I'm going to do next. Right, this is dry, and I'm just going to give it a rub now, just to make sure it is perfectly smooth. Okay, so I think I'm happy with that. Now I need to get my paper for my decoupage. Oops, okay. Right, so if you remember my previous project, I've used this beautiful tissue paper from WH Smith's of the world, and this is perfect for what I want for this project. And it is really nice where it goes on. The thing to do is to try and position it in such a way that you get the best of the wording out. I think I'm going to put the world at the bottom for this. Down there. Okay. Right. And you need to put the Mod Podge actually on the frame, so not on top as you would with, say, a napkin. Okay. And I've learned as well, it's easy if you actually make sure you put Mod Podge on the whole surface you're going to be using, because the tissue paper will start to expand and then it's really hard to get it to sit without breaking. So I'm just going to do the top, plenty on. Perfect. There we go. Okay, so don't forget your cling film as well. Okay, so let me get my paper back and make sure I'm positioning it right. Take your time. Instead, I want the world sort of in the middle if I can. But as this is left over, it may not. And then just do a little bit at a time, using your tissue paper to push down. And then I'm going to worry about the edges first before I go to the middle. So I'm just going to turn it over, like so, and get my scissors. Now because this is just leftover paper, I know I'm going to have to fix the back up a little bit and the sides, but it's fine. So I'm just going to now add a bit of Mod Podge around my edges. And then like here, where I didn't have enough to cover to get the world where I wanted it, we can then do a little bit of a fix-up. And this is a beauty decoupage. And if you get a good pattern like this, you don't tend to notice. So I'm just going to seal these edges where it wasn't long enough. Okay, like that. And I'm just going to add a bit of glue. You probably can't see what I'm doing, but I'm just going to sort my edges out. I don't know if you can see there. Okay, and then with my spare paper, just going to line it up on the bottom like that. Perfect. There we go. And then just add Mod Podge to the back here. And push it down with my... I mean, obviously no one's going to see the back necessarily, but I like to make sure it's all just as nice on the back as it would be on the front. And then just trim it. Perfect. And then find your middle, just poke a hole with a pair of scissors. Okay, and then cut to your edges, like so. Perfect. Flip it over, and then again you want to tidy the back up a little bit. So a bit of glue around your edges. Okay, and then you'll find you've got your little black things here. Just lift them up, okay, and just poke the paper over them like that. Can you see? Perfect. And then just cut away anything you don't need. And then you need to do that on all the sides. just filling any gaps you've got on the back. I said you don't have to, but I just think it looks nicer. I don't know if you notice, just hold this up, can you just see it's raised a bit? By leaving those metal pegs out, it gives it a little stand, so you can just pop it to one side and it will dry absolutely beautifully. So let me just move that for a second. Right, so the next thing I need to do is the insert to the frame, and I've got this beautiful stencil which says happiness is a journey, not a destination, which I've shown on one of my previous videos, so I'm going to use that. I'm going to use this beautiful gold card as well because I think it will go along with the colour, let me show you, of this. Can you see? I think it will go all together. So I'm just going to use the plastic that came with this as a template to cut my backing card. Of that, and then I'm going to just place my template on, just position it centrally, just make sure that all the bits that need to come out of my template are cut out, which I think they are. Yeah, they are. Perfect. And then colour wise, I was thinking something sort of black. What do you think? I know it's a bit boring and whatever, but it will stand out, I think. So let's just go for plain old black on my acrylics. So this is just normal acrylic paint. Okay. Okay, and then I've just got a little dabber. And all I'm going to do is dab. Careful not to touch it or move it, and then I'm going to add a bit of brown into the black. Okay, just because I don't want it red or anything, because it's going to look a bit silly against the frame. Just going to give it a bit of a tone, two-tone look. Okay, and a moment of truth, and I'll lift this to see if it worked. Gently. What do you think? Can I turn it around? I think that looks lovely. So I just need to leave that to dry as well, and then we can put it all together. Right, everything is dry, so I can move my card out of the way and start putting it together. So there's my plastic, and as with my glass frame, I'm just going to give it a wipe down. Okay. Oops, it's now stuck to my table. It's very static actually. Just make sure no bits on it. Perfect. Okay, I'm just going to lay that back down. Perfect, and my card, just check which way, that's the top. Okay, should be a perfect fit. And then back on. There we go. And then just need to remove this off the back. Okay, so I've just removed that off the back. And I'm just going to give it a quick sand. There we go. Perfect. You'd never know that that was attached to it. I'll keep that for another project. But there you go. I have a cute little sign. So what do you think compared to what it looked like originally? And you'd never know it was quite a naff little frame, really. I know I shouldn't say that, and I know it was only from Poundland, guys, but it wasn't very pretty, was it? And I think it has transformed it into something absolutely beautiful that you could put up anywhere around the home. And if you did, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, click notifications and give me a thumbs up. Alright, I'll see you in my next video.